Hello students, in the last video we have seen the different bases of classification. Depending upon what we have divided the different organisms into different phylums, classes, then families, and this way gradually we classify the organisms. Now we will see some other type of bases. Depending upon what actually we'll see numbers of organisms which show different types of physiological system. Like in digestive system we have numbers of animals which show different type of digestion. In respiration, in circulation, in reproduction, in all of them they will show some different types of complexities. So all those things we are going to see in this video. So let's just see. So first of all, the headline that will be patterns of complexities. In different organizations. So let's just see the patterns of complexities in different organizations. So first organization we'll see here is digestion or digestive system. So just see, in case of all the animals, how does digestive system had developed? First of all, the organisms had only one very simple method by which they just engulfed the food, and after that they just digested intracellularly, and after that they removed the waste product. So gradually what had happened, developed, the alimentary canal had developed, then after that they developed the mouth and anus, the same single opening, and gradually those openings get separated, mouth separately had developed, then anus. So gradually different patterns have been seen in the digestive system. So first of all, just see, depending upon digestive system also we'll see three type of digestion. First of all, what are they? First type of digestion where it is intracellular. Then second type, this is both intra and extracellular. And the last type we have seen, this is extracellular. So what is intracellular? Let's just understand what is intracellular type of digestion. What is happening in case of phylum Porifera? Remember, in case of phylum Porifera, you already have understood that this organism have some cells only. So what had happened to them? First of all, they take the food material. So whenever they take the food material, suppose this is a food particle, so those food particles will be trapped by the cells itself, and inside the cell, suppose that food particle is engulfed by the cell, and inside the cell itself the food particle will be broken down into pieces. That means the enzymes will work inside the cell, and inside the cell the digestion takes place. So that type of digestion is known as intracellular, where the food particles will be acted upon by the enzymes inside the cell itself, and that type of digestion is present in case of phylum Porifera. So in case of phylum Porifera, there is no such type of digestive system or any specific organs. So the cell itself will engulf the food particle. Inside the cell some enzymes are present. Those enzymes will break the food molecule, and after that it will take the food absorbed food material by the cell itself. So what is that type of digestion? That is intracellular. Now just see, the next type of digestion is both extracellular and intracellular. So what is it? See, suppose this is the organism. Here inside the organism, this is a cavity, and here these are the cells. So these are the cells. See what is happening to that digestion, type of digestion. First of all, a food molecule will be ingested. So food molecule is taken. So this food molecule is a large food molecule. just take an example of a sugar, carbohydrate. So carbohydrate have three forms. What are they? One is the complex form, that is polysaccharide, and the second one is oligosaccharide, and the simplest saccharide is the monosaccharide. So this way we are going to have three different forms, saccharide, three different types of forms in case of carbohydrate. Poly is the complex one, already you have got it in digestion. Oligosaccharide means few of it, and after that monosaccharide means this is made up of only one sugar. So what is happening? First of all, just take the example here of polysaccharide. So polysaccharide has been trapped by this organism. So that polysaccharide will be acted upon by the enzyme. So the cell will release some enzymes. So that enzyme will break the food first of all inside the cavity, that is gastrovascular cavity. Inside the gastrovascular cavity, the food molecule will be broken down into half. Suppose this polysaccharide will be broken down into oligosaccharide. Now this large food molecule is converted into smaller digested food molecules. These are not the completely digested molecule. It's not been digesting, means the complete digestion is yet to be occurred. So those simpler forms, that means those oligosaccharides, will be taken up by the cells now. So whenever the cell take this suppose half broken or half digested food molecules like oligosaccharide, now inside the cells, the cell will release enzyme by itself, and after that inside the cells once again that oligosaccharide will be acted upon by the enzyme. Now those enzymes are intracellular enzymes. Earlier those enzymes were extracellular. So this enzyme which is acting on the gastrovascular cavity, that means it is outside the cell in a cavity, the digestion had taken place. Now whenever that large food molecule is broken down into smaller pieces, those are actually the oligosaccharides. Now those oligosaccharides will be taken by the cell itself, and those cells will once again release some intracellular enzymes. That means the cell will release the enzyme by itself. Then after that once again the food molecule will be broken down into the simplest food. After that the digestion will be not possible. So it is the most simple, that means it is the most simple one. After that the monosaccharide will be not digested. So the digestion will occur inside the cell. So that type of digestion is both intracellular and extracellular. So intracellular, first of all, that organism will have extracellular digestion in the gastrovascular cavity, and after that those food molecule which is half broken, it will be taken up by the cells, and the cell will break down the food molecule into its simplest form. So that type of digestion, where it will be seen? It will be seen in case of coelenterate. It will be seen in case of coelenterate and ctenophores. So this organism will show both extra and intracellular type of digestion. After that, last type of digestion is extracellular. So here you can take the example of human body itself. So what is happening here inside? Just take the example of only stomach. Suppose in the stomach, what type of food is being digested? Protein. So what happens? First of all, protein molecule will be taken up by the, first of all, we'll take the food molecule, it goes to the stomach. In the stomach, that means like here in that gastrovascular cavity, like those organisms, we have the stomach. So inside the stomach, the enzymes will be released, and those enzymes will break the food molecule into its simplest food molecule. Suppose in case of protein, the simplest food molecule is amino acid. So the protein will be broken down into peptides, peptones. Those peptones will be broken down into the amino acid in the same gastrovascular cavity. So what is happening in case of extracellular digestion? Complete digestion occurs outside the cell itself. So that type of digestion is extracellular. So all of the other organisms, that means after ctenophores, the next one from the platyhelminths up to the last, that means up to the chordates, we are going to have the extracellular type of digestion. So next one, see, in the digestive system itself, once again we can have two more types of digestion. See, one type of digestion, here I will write, one type of digestion is incomplete type of digestion, and another type of digestion is complete digestion. Now what is it? Incomplete type of digestion or digestive system means where those organisms do not have separate mouth and anus, and inside the organism's body there is only one opening. So that organism which have only one opening, which is serving both as a mouth as well as the anus. So the same opening, first of all, with the help of what, they will ingest the food molecule, and after that the waste material, whatever it is produced, that will be removed by the same opening. So that type of organisms had already you understood in the basis of classification, they have blind sac body plan. So those organisms which have blind sac body plan, obviously they are going to have the incomplete type of digestive system. So those organisms which have the blind sac body plan, they are going to have incomplete digestion. It is present up to the platyhelminths. See, in case of coelentrates, ctenophores and platyhelminths, in case of them the digestive system is incomplete. But those organisms which have now a complete separate mouth and anus, first of all mouth will help in ingestion of the food material, and after that the food molecule have digested, then after that the waste product will be removed from a different opening. That type of organism are going to have a complete digestive system. So that is, suppose the digestive system, one opening is the mouth, with the help of what, it will ingest the food molecule, pass through this alimentary canal, digestion had taken place, and after that remaining waste product will be removed by the another opening, which is the anus now. So that is the another type of digestive system which is now complete. So where the complete type of digestive system is present, it is present in case of Escalmentis, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, that means up to the chordates without any exception. All of them, they are going to have the complete digestive system. So there is one type of complexities in the digestive system. First of all, depending upon where the digestion had taken place, we have three types: intracellular, both extra and intracellular, and only extracellular. Then after that, depending upon the organs of digestive system, we have two types. One is incomplete digestive system, and then we have seen the complete digestive system. Now just see the another type of complexities, that is in respiration. So the next pattern of complexity, the next type of system we're going to see here, that is respiratory system. See, in the respiratory system, how many types of developments have occurred during evolution? So see, first of all, whenever organisms developed in the seawater, those organisms, like in case of porifera, they do not have any type of respiratory organ. Their body surface itself, they take the oxygen, and after that they remove the carbon dioxide with the same body surface. Gradually what had happened, the different types of organs have developed who actually perform respiration. Then after that different organ system have combined, and after that it formed the different systems. So that gradually develop into a complex respiratory system. So different type of respiratory systems are present in different organisms. So let's just see what are they. First of all, those organisms which do not have any type of organ, the simple body surface itself remove the carbon dioxide, take the oxygen, that is the cutaneous type of respiration. That means the body surface itself will take the gas and remove the waste product. So that type of system is present in case of organisms like Annelida, like in case of earthworm you can see. So in case of earthworm, what you can see, the simple body surface will take the gas and remove carbon dioxide. So that type of organ is skin. So those organisms which have the skin as a respiratory organ, that is known as cutaneous respiration. Second type, C, another now organs are being developed. One is branchial respiration. Now what is branchial respiration? Those organisms which have now gills, and those gills actually perform respiration. They take the gases, oxygen from the water. They are specialized to take the dissolved oxygen from the water, and after that they remove the carbon dioxide with the same gill. So that type of respiratory organ where the gills are present, that system is known as branchial respiration. So simple, you can see in case of the fishes. So in case of fishes, we will see the branchial respiration. Next one, the third type of respiration is pulmonary respiration. So what is pulmonary respiration? See, those organisms which have lung now, the most complex type of respiratory organ, that is lung, which is now performing respiration. So that type of system is known as pulmonary respiration, where lung is present. Like you can simply see in case of human, we have the pulmonary respiration. Another type of respiration we can see, that is known as tracheary or tracheolar type of respiratory system. So that tracheolar or tracheary respiratory system actually perform respiration, that means exchange of the gases with the environment with the help of lots of organs. Holes present in the body, they are known as the spiracles. So those spiracles we'll see in detail in the phylum Arthropoda. Whenever we'll see cockroaches, then we'll see in detail. So what happened in case of tracheary or tracheolar system? The trachea perform respiration along with spiracle. So the holes are present in case of the organisms like cockroaches. So in case of cockroach, in case of insect, actually, in case of insects, we are able to see tracheary or tracheolar system. So there are lots of types of different organs you can see, which gradually become more and more complex, and they form different type of respiratory system. Cutaneous respiration, branchial respiration, pulmonary respiration, tracheary, a number of respiratory systems you can find in different organisms. Now after that, let's just see the another type of complexity, that is in the excretory system. So in the excretory system, how many types of organs have came to exist? So what is it? Different type of waste product, they are produced by different organisms. So some of the organisms they remove ammonia, some of the organisms they remove urea, some of them they remove uric acid. Lots of varieties of waste products are present. So depending upon varieties of waste product also, we can see a monotelic organism. Okay, so see, first of all, depending upon waste product. Okay, so see, this is a different type. First of all, ammonotelic means those organisms where the waste product is ammonia is known as ammonotelic organism. Some of the organisms which are known as ureotelic, that means those organisms the waste product is now urea. Some of the other organisms the waste product is uric acid. So uric acid is also present in some of the organisms. So this type of organisms are known as uricotelic organism, where the waste product is uric acid. So this way we can see different types of organism: ammonotelic animals, ureotelic animals, uricotelic animals. We belong to the ureotelic animal, where our waste product is the urea. This is also nitrogenous waste product, but it's a different. So it is urea in case of us. Now different types of organs are also present. So see, in case of phylum Porifera, coelentrates, they don't have any excretory organs. So their skin itself will remove the waste product. But for the first time, there is a specific cell have developed. That cell perform excretion chiefly. So what was that? That is present in case of the Platyhelminths, that is the flame cell. So flame cell is present in case of platyhelminths. So that is one type of excretory organ. Next one, another type of cell is been developed, that is Rennett cell. Rennett cell is present in case of Escalminths or Nemathelminths or Nematoda. So numbers of organs have developed. You can see, suppose in case of Arthropoda, you can have green gland, then after that coxal gland. So that type of excretory organs have developed in case of Arthropoda. Next one, in case of Nephridia, in case of Annelida, Nephridia have developed. Next one, in case of Mollusca, Cabers organ or organ of Bogenus, that is developed in case of Mollusca. Next one, another type of waste or excretory organ have developed. Suppose in case of some other organisms, kidney is developed. So that kidney is not completely a well developed kidney like us. So numbers of kidneys are also present depending upon their complexity, like pronephric kidney, mesonephric kidney, metanephric kidney. So kidneys are developed. It is in case of, it's in the fishes also it is present, in case of birds also it is present, in case of mammals also it is present. So in case of cord, it's actually, you can see the kidneys. So this way we can see the different type of excretory organs, complexities are there, and after that we are able to see the different type of organs. Now after that we are going to see now the next type of basis of classification. So see, first of all, another type of system is reproductive system. See, in reproduction, what happens? Reproduction can occur in different ways, two ways basically. First one is sexual reproduction, another one is asexual reproduction. So what is asexual reproduction? That asexual reproduction means where the organism, from the organism a fragment have developed without the meeting or production of the gamete. They actually develop or grow a body part. That body part detached from the parent body, and after that it start to individually live in a different, suppose, location, that is a different organism. So what is happening in reproduction also? In reproductive system, you can see two types of basic reproductive system actually. One is asexual, another is sexual. So in asexual reproduction, what happens? Without the meeting of male and female gamete, the single organism can produce the another daughter organism, that is known as asexual reproduction. So budding is one method, fragmentation is another method by which our organism actually undergo asexual reproduction. Next one, another type of structure you can see, that is gamule formation. So gamule formation is also another method. Porifera actually perform, and in suppose unfavorable condition, they will grow in number by gamule formation. Then after that you can see the another type, that is sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction means where the organism produce gamete and those gamete actually meet, and after that this meeting of the male and female gamete, they produce actually a single cell structure, that is a zygote. So by meeting of male and female gamete, that type of reproduction, we can call it as the sexual reproduction. But one thing remember, that the animals prefer sexual reproduction over asexual reproduction. That means right from the right from the porifera up to the last, that is chordata, all of the organism, they prefer actually sexual reproduction. All of the organism have the capacity to produce the gamete and undergo sexual reproduction. But what happened in certain unfavorable condition, the organisms actually cannot perform sexual reproduction. In that condition, actually some lower grade of organism, they actually perform asexual reproduction. Now just see the next type, that is the fertilization. So fertilization can be of two type also. So fertilization, fertilization can be external and the fertilization can be internal also. Now just see what is the external and internal fertilization. External fertilization means where the organism produce their gamete, but the meeting of male and female gamete occur outside the body in a different medium. Basically, in the water, the meeting of male and female gamete occur. So that type of fertilization is known as external fertilization. You can see a pond. Suppose in the pond, this is the pond, in that pond number of species are present, numbers of fishes are there, suppose. So those fishes, they release their gamete in the water. In the water, the male and the female gamete meet, and after that it produces the zygote, and this way the egg formation takes place. So what happens? External fertilization means the organisms where the meeting of male and female gamete occur outside the body, not inside the female organism. That type of fertilization is known as external fertilization. And internal fertilization means where meeting of male and female gamete occurs inside the female body or inside the female reproductive system, that is known as internal fertilization. So see, external means meeting of male and female gamete occur outside the body. Outside the body, remember, it is important, that type of fertilization is known as external fertilization. Basically, in case of aquatic organisms like fishes, they will perform external fertilization. Now, where the internal fertilization will be present? In case of, suppose, human, where the meeting of male and female gamete occurs inside the female reproductive system, that type of fertilization is known as internal fertilization. So internal fertilization is present in case of lots of organisms. Highly developed organisms have internal fertilization, like in case of you can see reptiles, aves, like birds. In case of mammals, you can see internal fertilization. After that, the next type of development also you have to know in the same reproductive system, that is development. So what is development? See, we are going to have two types of development. What are they? One is indirect development, another is the direct development. Indirect development means those organisms which actually have a larva in their lifetime, in the life cycle. See what happens whenever the egg hatches. Whenever the egg hatches, they produce a organism, that is a offspring actually, the larva, which do not look like their parents. After that, those larvae, they will undergo metamorphosis, they perform some physiology, and after that gradually they look like their parents. Suppose you can take the simple example of a frog. In case of frog, what happens? Frog is the adult one, but their larva is a tadpole. Similarly, a lot of organisms are present which actually show larval stages. So those organisms which have the larva, that type of organism are going to have indirect development, and those organisms which do not have the larva, the offspring exactly look like their parents. Like in case of human, the babies look like exactly their parents. So that type of development is known as the direct development, which do not have larva, is going to be a directly developing organism. Next one, we can see that another type of important point here, that we have two conditions. One is first type, that is hermaphrodite. So what is hermaphrodite? Hermaphrodite animal means those organisms which have the male and the female organs or their organ system in the same body. That type of organism are known as the hermaphrodite type of animal. Those organisms which have separate male and the female organism, they are known, they are actually, so those organisms which have the male and the female organ in the same body, that is going to be a hermaphrodite animal. See, the hermaphrodite animals, these are also known as, these hermaphrodite animals, these organisms, these are also known as monoecious animal. Monoecious animals or hermaphrodite animal, they are same, or we can call also this is the bisexual organism. So those organisms, monoecious, bisexual or hermaphrodite, means those organisms which have the male and the female organs in the same body, they are known as the hermaphrodite or monoecious or bisexual organism. You can see in case of leech, leech will have both the male and the female organs in the same body. But you can see a different organism, like in case of the other organisms like human. In case of human, what happened? The male organism is different, female organism are different. So those organisms which have separate male organism and separate female organism, they are known as dioecious, or this is also known as unisexual. So those organisms which have separate male and the female organism, which have separate male and the female reproductive system in different organism, they are known as the dioecious or unisexual organism. After that, we'll see the next complexity in the circulatory system. Another basis of classification of the spectrums of complexity is circulatory system. See, on that circulatory system, first of all, what happened? There was no such type of liquid or fluid present or developed for the transfer of the gases or the nutrients. It was the water itself. In case of porifera, the water itself will take the gases and the food inside their body, and they will just absorb the food materials and the gases from the water itself. And in the same water, they remove the waste product also, carbon dioxide also, and remove that water with those waste products. But gradually what had happened, the different type of liquid have developed, and that liquid of that same organism start to transfer the gases as well as the nutrients. So what happened for the first time? This way, the first liquid, that is the blood, that have developed. So what had happened? The blood was first originated in the phylum Annelida. Remember, in case of annelids, for the first time blood have developed. And to circulate the blood also, there should be a pump so that it can be circulated. So what is happening? Whenever blood have developed, now they have the fluid now that will be pumped by our organ, that is heart. Now sometime what had happened, blood is developed, maybe heart is also developed, but that blood is present throughout the body. There is no proper channel to circulate that blood. So those organisms where the all cells, all different cells, the organs, organ system, every cells are directly butted by the blood. There is no specific blood vessels, artery or vein or capillary to transport that blood. That type of organism are going to have open circulation. So what is open circulation? Open circulation means those organisms where there is no blood vessels, the blood is present, but that blood flows inside the body freely without the blood vessel. So those organisms which don't have the blood vessel, each and every cells are directly butted by the blood, that is known as the open circulation. And gradually what had happened now? The blood vessels start to exist. So now inside the blood vessel only the blood start to flow. So that type of organism where the cells do not directly get the blood are present only inside the blood vessel, they're going to have closed circulation. See, so difference is, suppose this is the organism, okay, here the different organs are present, okay. Now the blood will come through the body, throughout the body, and the cells are directly come in contact with the blood. That is going to be the open circulation. But in case of another organism, see, this is suppose the organism where proper channelized vessels are there. So those vessels, this is a vessel, this is another vessel. So gradually those vessels will transport the blood to the different organs. So these organs are present. So those organs are getting the blood from the vessels, and this blood will take the gas, will take the nutrients, and only the gases and the nutrients will be transported to the tissues. Blood will not go to the tissue. The oxygen, the gas, oxygen and carbon dioxide, then food and waste product. So waste will be taken up by the blood vessel, food will come via the blood vessel to the tissue, oxygen will come to the tissue via the blood vessel, and carbon dioxide will be taken up by the blood vessel to the heart. So what is happening here, in case of closed circulation, the blood vessels are carrying now the blood, the tissues, the cells, the organs are directly do not come in contact with the blood. Actually that type of system is going to be closed circulation. And what is open circulation? The blood is present, but that blood actually freely flow throughout the body. So or throughout, suppose there is a cavity called hemocoel, that hemocoel is a cavity where the blood can be present. So in case of the organism where the blood are present, that cells and tissues are directly coming in contact with the blood. Every tissues directly are butted by the blood, they're going to be the open circulation. So how many organisms are going to have this open circulation? Let's just see. First, that is Annelida. Annelida is the first organism to develop the blood. Then after that they develop the pigment, red pigment also, as well as the blood vessel. So they directly develop closed circulation. But in case of Arthropoda, they have open circulation. Come to the next phylum, that is Mollusca. In the Mollusca, there is a problem here that one group of animal are going to have open circulation, next group of animal they have closed circulation. Like in case of Cephalopoda, Cephalopod mollusca will have closed circulation, and non-cephalopod mollusca will have the open circulation. Next, Echinodermata, they don't have circulation. Next one, in case of Hemichordata, next one, Tunicata, that is Urochordata. Tunicata will have open circulation. Annelida, Cephalopod mollusca, and the Chordata, they are going to have the closed circulation. So these are the different patterns of complexities we have seen. So these are the different terms we will need whenever we come to the different phylums. In next class we'll see the classification, then gradually we'll see each and every phylums. So up to this, these are the basis of classification. In the next video we'll see the classification. Thank you.